He gave sweets to a starving alien girl. 2 decades later, she returned as a queen. The night was harsher than usual in the neglected, wind-whipped town of Drywell. The grocery store's flickering neon sign hummed weakly, casting ghostly shadows across the broken asphalt. 12-year-old Marcus pressed against the brick wall, clutching the empty paper bag meant for bread and milk for his mother. Yet his eyes were not on the groceries, they were fixed on the candy shelf. He hadn't wanted it for himself. He had seen her again. The girl. She appeared occasionally, often near the dumpsters, wrapped in a gray cloak far too big for her delicate frame. Her skin glimmered softly, not with sweat, but with a silvery radiance. And her eyes, they were not of this world. Tonight, she seemed frilier than ever, ribs faintly outlined beneath the fabric. Marcus swallowed. He had no money for food, not even for himself. His mother worked 2 jobs, yet they barely scraped by. But the girl looked hungrier than he had ever been. His fists tightened. He knew what he had to do. Slipping into the store, Marcus avoided the clerk's weary gaze and stuffed 3 candy bars into the bag. His heart pounded as he dashed back outside, expecting alarms to scream any second. In the alley, the girl still waited, shivering. "Here," he whispered, holding out the candy. She blinked, lips parting. Her voice was delicate, melodic, trembling with something he couldn't name. "Why would you do this?" Marcus shrugged, trying to sound braver than he felt. "You look hungry. People should help, right?" Her thin hands snatched the candy, devouring it in frantic bites. For the first time, a smile lit her strange, glowing face. "My name is LRA," she murmured. He never saw her again. 20 years later, Marcus never forgot her. Though memories had dulled, life had been unforgiving. He became a man who labored long hours at the shipyard, repairing rusted cargo haulers and scavenger vessels. The town had withered further. Most had left, and those remaining endured. One evening, after another grueling shift, Marcus sat at the docks, staring at the black water. The sky trembled with light. A colossal ship, unlike anything he had ever seen, descended from above. Its hull sparkled like polished crystal, engines thrumming like living creatures. Panic swept through the town, but Marcus remained rooted, a memory clawing its way back. A beam of light from the ship poured onto the dock. Figures emerged, tall, elegant, radiant. At the center, a woman draped in silver, crowned with living light. Her face was sharp, regal, commanding, but her eyes, they were the same he had seen in the alley 20 years ago. Marcus gasped. "LRA." Her gaze swept the crowd, then fixed on him, as if she had always known where he would be. She descended the ramp, her cloak flowing like liquid starlight. Her otherworldly guards bowed. "You fed me when I was nothing," she said, voice ringing like a song woven with power. "When I had no strength, no title, no home, you gave without asking." Marcus felt shame. I just stole some candy," he murmured. Her smile softened. "To me, it was life. It was hope." The air shimmered as she raised her hand. A small glowing orb appeared, pulsing with energy. She pressed it into his palm. Warmth spread through him, stronger than fire, gentler than light. "Your life will never be burdened again," she whispered. "You will eat, live, and prosper as you once wished for me." The crowd gasped as Marcus' worn clothes transformed into garments of nobility. The lines of hardship softened, decades of struggle melting away. He felt young, alive, renewed. "But why return?" he asked, voice trembling. Her eyes sparkled. "Because the girl you saved became a queen, and a queen repays her debts." The ship's engines rumbled, bathing the town in radiant light. LRA turned to her people. "This world," she declared, voice echoing across ocean and sky, "shall be under my protection. No child will starve. No heart will suffer alone. For kindness is the seed from which empires grow." The townsfolk fell to their knees, awe and relief washing over them. LRA looked at Marcus one last time. "Walk with me, old friend. The galaxy is vast, and I need hearts as true as yours." For the first time in decades, hope blossomed in Marcus' chest. He stepped into the beam of light beside the girl he had once saved. The town watched in stunned silence, witnessing the return of a queen and the reward of a boy's small, stolen act of kindness. Marcus stared at her, hardly believing his eyes. LRA, no longer frail, hungry, or weak, draped in starlight. Yet her gratitude mirrored that of 20 years ago. "You fed me when no one else would," she said softly. "That kindness carried me through exile. Without it, I would not stand here now." Marcus swallowed, voice rough. "I only gave you candy." "To me, it was more than food," she said. "It was proof that compassion survives even in the harshest corners of the universe." She placed the glowing orb in his hand, alive with energy. Instantly, his aches vanished. Ragged clothes became silken robes, weariness of decades lifted. Gasps erupted as the townsfolk watched the shipyard worker transformed. "Why return?" he whispered. "Queens never forget their debts," she replied. "And kindness deserves to echo across the stars." She raised her voice to the crowd. "From this day forth, your world will know no hunger, neglect, or fear. A single act of mercy has bound me to you all." People fell to their knees. LRA extended her hand to Marcus. "Walk with me, old friend. The galaxy is wide, and I need hearts as true as yours." Marcus stepped forward into the beam of light. The ship rose, carrying them into the heavens.